What's up, guys? So in this video, we're going to be looking at two conversations that were successful conversations, meaning that the prospect booked a call and they became a client after that call. And so we're just going to be diagnosing each conversation to see why it went well and how you guys can replicate the same kind of framework and discover the thought processes around the messages that we're sending. And just so you have full context, these conversations were carried out by one of my setters who's placed on one of my clients' offers currently. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So to start out, just to give you some context, we are selling a coaching program that is helping video agencies scale. So this is the outbound conversation. We open up with, yo, thanks for the follow and support. We said their name up here, but it's blurred out. Love the content. We got to figure those out for my agency. I'll keep watching and learning. Thanks again. So already a good start here. The lead's engaged. So that gives us the opportunity to dive right into it. So no worries. I'm glad you're learning. So the framework that we use here is just a quick acknowledgement of what they just told us. So always acknowledge / reflect on what they told you before asking your next question. So that's how the framework works. Every time it's just acknowledge, ask next question. So what kind of clients do you help, bro? My wife and I own 4 restaurants in San Francisco. We had to relocate one, almost kill their business. We invest in some solid videography. There we go. We started getting hit up like crazy. So we started a digital and creative agency. At the moment, we have our restaurants and 1 hotel client. All right, so they're in the food niche. Now I'm working on defining offers and starting to do outreach, bringing new clients. All right, hell yeah, dude. Sounds like you guys are killing it. Notice the energy in our reflect. Then we ask the next question. What would you say is your revenue goal next month? So the reason we are asking this, and you guys will have access to the framework, the DM framework, but this right here, they gave us their current state. Okay, so there's basically 3 things that you have to know before pitching a call. The first one is, are they actually in our niche? Are they an ideal client or ideal potential client? Second would be their current state. So what is their current situation? How many clients do they have right now? If it's B2B, if it's more of a B2C offer, what are they currently struggling with? And then their desired state. So what's their actual goal? Get specific with it. And that's why we're asking this question. So what would you say is your revenue goal next month? We're at 11K a month right now. That's barely breaking even with our staff, overhead, and equipment. I'd like to at least double that. So there we go. Just like that, we know what their current state is. We know how much they're making right now, and we know what their desired state is, which is double that. So if I can do that in July, that'd be awesome. They even give us a time frame. So this is like a really good position to be in. And then like with this information, we can just go straight into it and pitch if they want some help. So we always like to get permission to ask if they want some help first. All right. So never push something onto the prospect without getting their permission first. Okay. So doubling that would be awesome. However, being at 11K per month and barely breaking even doesn't sound great. Want some help. All right. Notice the reflection here. All right, we pulled the trigger sooner than we should have, hiring 1 full-time salaried staff. They're paying $7,000 a month for someone. All right, do you offer any online courses? Wow, that's rough. Okay, so now notice this question here. So they didn't actually answer our question of want some help. They asked us, do you offer any online courses? So when it comes to that, or when it comes to any sort of objection to, or not objection, but question about if we run a course, what the cost is, anything like that, any sort of financial or logistical objection like this is what we do. We take the frame of not knowing if we can help them yet. Okay. So we always want to assume the close, but we never assume that we can actually help the person until we jump on a sales call. All right. So we always need to be in that frame. It's super, super important. And it comes off more authentic, more genuine. And I find it works really, really well. So this is how we execute it. To be fully transparent, I wasn't planning on selling you anything because, quite frankly, I don't have nearly enough info about you or your business for me to even know if I can help you one to one, right? We don't even know yet. So typically, I would let them reply to this first, right? I wouldn't have gone in and just pitched the call right after. I would let them reply to this first, but it looks like the setter just went right for it and it worked. So that's fine. Then they pitched the call. Let's do this, bro. There's still a good amount I need to learn about your business before I can give you the right solution. Let's hop on a call. Would you be totally opposed to that? Sure thing. I'm open to a call. Some yapping. All right. Sounds good, man. Yep. We can go more in depth with all that on our call. Send the link and then add urgency after sending the booking link. Okay. I'll keep the chat open for a couple of minutes. Just let me know what time so I can confirm on my end. Always add a little bit of urgency. All right. They booked in. Perfect. Sweet. Talk to you, my man. All right. Really well executed conversation. All right. Here's the next outbound conversation. So same thing here. Yo, thanks for the support and thanks for the follow and the support. Notice how he reacted with a thumbs up. We didn't actually ask him a question here, so he's not obligated to answer us. So if they react to the message or they leave it on red, we still continue with the next part of the framework. Okay? So now we actually ask them a question. What kind of clients do you help, bro? 40% of our clientele is boroughs and townships, 30%. Got you, dude. How's that been going for you? Looks like business is booming. Okay, so economic challenges and the exhaustion of my initial network have made it difficult to maintain a consistent income. All right, so we haven't gotten specific on what he makes per month right now, but we know that it's not great based off this message. So we reflect, yeah, having a good network is important, but also bringing clients through different ways is also important in this industry. What would you say is your revenue goal next month? All right, this is a long message. So, all right, we used to average 15 to 20K monthly, but now we barely make 6K. There we go. So now we know what his current state is. Mind you, with this offer, they're usually qualified if they make above 3K. So technically he is qualified. It's important to notice these things as you go through the framework so that you can either DQ them and not waste your time or continue the conversation. So now that we know he's qualified, we continue. A lot of the stuff is just stuff that doesn't really matter. Okay, cool. So makes total sense, man. It's good you've been able to work with minimal overhead. So notice how whenever they send long, drawn out messages like this, we typically put a little bit more into the actual reflection because you kind of want to do your best to match their energy and not come off super dry, especially if they gave you a lot. So we don't have to match the number of words that they sent us, but you should do a little more when it comes to answering so that we can essentially match their energy as best as possible. That's another super important thing. All right. Okay, looks like they left this on red and didn't reply. So we sent a funny SpongeBob GIF to ease the tension, and it worked. All right, you were correct. You either have it or you don't have it. By the way, typically I would use this GIF 12 to 24 hours after they leave us on red. All right, I'm interested to hear more about what you can offer. Full upfront transparency. We don't have much disposable income right now. Mind you, this person closed as a client. Okay. All right. Happy to talk more with you, but wanted to level set out the gate on where allocated budget for conversation solution right now. Okay. Perfect. No worries. Let's do this, bro. There's still a good amount I need to know before I learn about your business. Once again, we're going back to the frame of not knowing if we can even help them yet. All right. So no worries, dude. I don't even know if I can help you yet. So let's jump on a call and we'll find that out. Worst case, I'll just point you in the right direction. All right. Looks like we had to use another funny GIF to re-engage him. I'm open to hopping on a discovery call and take it from there. All right. Thank you for sharing. You booked in. Done. Okay, looks like he had to reschedule. Boom. Okay, after the meeting. Here's after the meeting. Today, I'm in conversation with my financial planner about pulling funds from my 401k to cover the cost. All right. He eventually closed. All right. So, this is why we do what we do.